Clara Dao, TikTok's self-love advocate, the queen of body positivity, and a firm believer that all bodies deserve respect. Sounds great, right? I mean, who wouldn't love an influencer dedicated to helping people embrace their bodies? But here's the thing. When someone constantly preaches self-acceptance while casually pushing questionable health advice, that's when things get interesting. And Clara? Oh, she doesn't just embrace being naturally skinny, she straight up declares herself a skinny legend. No, seriously.
I have never gained weight since my adult life. I've never have to worry about my weight. I've never have to worry about what I eat. I feel healthy. If skinny privilege is a thing, I can be called a skinny legend.
Ah yes, the skinny legend has arrived. We should probably take notes because clearly she has unlocked the secret to effortless thinness, one that has nothing to do with skipping meals, right? Well, about that.
I often don't remember to eat unless I really feel it in my stomach. I'm like, oh my god, I'm hungry.
So grab some snacks, because unlike Clara, we actually believe in eating. And let's break this all down. What made Clara Dao famous in the first place? Body positivity. She went viral for challenging beauty standards, embracing her small chest, and reminding people to love themselves just as they are. It was fresh. It was empowering. It was exactly what people needed.
A lot of my friends made fun of my flat chest, made fun of my underbite, and I think that was the point that my confidence was at one of its lowest.
And then the contradictions started piling up. Clara has repeatedly told her audience not to obsess over specific body parts. Yet her entire social media presence revolves around her chest size. One minute she's saying people shouldn't focus on appearances, and the next she's branding herself around a single feature. If that's not irony, I don't know what is. And then there's the relationship contradiction. Clara once declared she would keep her love life private. Sounds fair, right? Not everyone wants their romantic life on display. But suddenly, a few months later, she's posting couple content and creating a relationship-based social media account. Privacy? Yeah, that didn't last long.
Here we go. Am I single? Am I seeing anyone? My relationship status? My answer to that question is, it's a secret. Over time, my mindset has changed a lot, and now I'm at a place where I like to keep that part of my life private.
One second. She's all about independence, and the next she's leaning into relationship-based engagement farming. So, was the privacy thing ever real, or was it just another marketing ploy?
I often don't remember to eat unless I really feel it in my stomach. I'm like, oh my god, I'm hungry. And then I realized that, oh, it's like 7 p.m. and I haven't eaten anything all day. That hunger, I just don't experience it.
So, let me get this straight. She's telling her audience to ignore their hunger, calls it healthy, and presents it as a normal routine? That's not self-love. She goes on to claim that eating throughout the day isn't healthy, and that snacking is a problem.
Eliminate completely snacking in between meals, always eating something throughout the day. I don't think that is healthy. All that snacking, all that like eating when you're not hungry, it's just extra calorie. And of course, when you keep doing that, you're gonna gain weight.
Now, let's not forget that Clara's audience is primarily young, impressionable girls who look up to her for self-love advice. And when they hear their idol casually say she can go until 7 p.m. without eating, it's not just a personal habit, it's an endorsement. And the comment section? Full of teenage girls taking notes on how to suppress hunger. This isn't just hypocrisy, this is dangerous. So we've established that Clara doesn't practice what she preaches and might be pushing harmful eating habits. But surely she wouldn't say something truly indefensible, right? Let's talk about her take on domestic violence. Clara made a joke implying that abuse is only a problem if it happens to women, because apparently if the roles are reversed, it's totally fine. So, just to be clear, this is the same woman who constantly speaks out against double standards. The same person who loves to remind people how unfair society is. But when the double standard works in her favor, silence. Imagine if a male influencer made the exact same joke but reversed. They'd be canceled before they could say it was just a joke. But Clara? She gets away with it. And just when you think it can't get any worse, there's her so-called activism. Remember when Iranian women were literally risking their lives protesting? Well, Clara decided to show her support by cutting her split ends. Nothing says solidarity like a symbolic haircut that accomplishes absolutely nothing. Now, if you thought Clara's contradictions ended with body positivity, hypocrisy, and questionable health advice, let's talk about her most ironic move yet, her Patreon. Clara firmly stated that she would never create an OnlyFans. She even made it a key part of her brand. She wasn't like those influencers, right? She was all about self-respect and confidence that didn't rely on objectification. Sounds great, until she launched her Patreon, filled with exclusive, spicy content.
Will I open an OnlyFans? Do I have an OnlyFans? When will I open an OnlyFans? And the answer to all of them is never.
And just to make things even more ironic, she once criticized influencers for monetizing their looks. So, let me get this straight. She criticized influencers who profited off their looks, built an audience on that moral high ground, and then did the exact same thing behind a paywall? The only difference is that instead of calling it OnlyFans, she put a different label on it and expected people not to notice. And sure, you could argue, well, she's not doing explicit content, but the principle remains. She marketed herself as someone who wouldn't monetize her body, then quietly turned around and monetized her body. Her audience didn't just notice, they felt betrayed. The same followers who supported her for being different from other influencers now felt like they had been played. And the backlash? Oh, it was brutal. You can only contradict yourself so many times before your audience starts to notice. Clara's comment sections, once filled with adoring fans praising her for being a breath of fresh air, are now filled with people calling her out. Didn't you say you weren't going to do this? I used to respect you, but this is just disappointing. Wait, so body positivity is fine, but making money off insecurities isn't, unless you're the one profiting? Got it. And that's the thing about public trust. Once it's gone, it's nearly impossible to get back. Even longtime supporters started questioning her authenticity. People who once saw her as a role model for self-love and confidence now saw her as another influencer who says whatever benefits her brand in the moment. Her TikTok views dropped, her engagement declined, and let's just say the comment sections aren't looking too friendly these days. The more she ignored the criticism, the worse it got. Because when you build a brand on authenticity, people expect you to actually be authentic. So where does Clara Dao go from here? Does she address the backlash? Well, if history tells us anything, she'll probably ignore it and act like nothing happened. Does she change her content? Maybe. But at this point, will people even trust her again? Does she keep doing what she's doing? Possibly, but with a shrinking audience and growing criticism, that might not be the best move. At the end of the day, Clara built a platform on one message: self-love, confidence, and body positivity. But as time went on, it became clear that the message only applied when it benefited her brand. So the real question is Clara Dao still the body positivity icon she once was, or just another influencer playing the social media game? Let me know what you think in the comments. Did Clara Dao just make a few mistakes, or did she completely destroy her own reputation? One thing's for sure, the internet never forgets.